What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again, and today we got a pretty awesome video for you guys, so make sure you smash that like button. If you enjoy it, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, consider hitting that bell notification so you know when more of my videos go live. And also, make sure you follow on Twitch, because that's where I live stream all the time, twitch.tv/TonyPizzaGuy. So you definitely want to get over there. You definitely want to be following, and subscribe if you have the Twitch Prime. Make sure you do that. So today we want to talk about something that's going to be pretty awesome. And that is Last Man Standing. And the reason I wanted to talk about Last Man Standing is not for the fact that it needs to be deleted, obsolete, because I've heard a lot of people, can you just tell Cat Daddy, can you email Cat Daddy and tell them that their game mode needs to be deleted? It's not a good game mode. That's not the fact here. The fact is, I really like Last Man Standing. I think the reward from Last Man Standing is amazing. It's the best card I have right now, and the fact that it's got the unique number is also something that's really, really awesome. However, I do think there are some changes that need to be added and a little bit of tweaks here that could make Last Man Standing the ultimate game mode. Now, I would not change the obstacles. I wouldn't change how hard it is. I wouldn't change that kind of thing, because I think that is perfectly fine. I think that's 100% perfect. You're probably going to say, that's not true, Tony. It's pay to win. You're lying to me. Well, that's not true, because you can get the card. You can get a good card without breaking the bank here. I've seen people do it. People have tweeted me and said, you know what? I take it back. Last Man Standing was worth it. Yeah, I didn't get the top card, but I still have a card that's way better than anything else in my deck. So that's the thing. This card will be better than anything else you got in your deck. So definitely worth the time. If you have the in-game credits to do this, you should definitely do it. So let me talk about some of the changes that I think should be added to this game mode. And like I said, I wouldn't change the difficulty. I wouldn't change the length. The difficulty I would not change. I think that there needs to be a point where it's very difficult, because you hit a certain point. It's like you hit a wall, and then after you hit past that wall, you get another easy round of games. It's just super, super easy. And the one thing I would fix right off the bat is that glitch. The glitch where you get a network error, it kicks you out to the main screen, you come back in, and you can't play. You keep clicking on the screen, and it will not let you play. That's a big deal. You trying to play that, clicking on the screen, you can't get into it. I was only locked up for 30 minutes, but that was the last 30 minutes of the 0 hour. If you're not familiar with what the 0 hours, that means that's the crunch time. That's the time you want to go, get those rankings up. And I was actually at a great point where I could get a lot of rankings, because I passed level 50, Arena 50, I was on to Arena 51, ready to just crush it all the way through. I think it was till 60 something, 64 maybe. I was going to win, get huge multipliers, do all that stuff. That would have been amazing to do. But again, I was stuck on that. I know a lot of people that were stuck for even longer periods of time, which really sucks. I emailed Cat Daddy. They didn't get back to me. I think it was because I was on that 0 hour. They weren't able to go to customer support yet, but it's kind of a bummer. If they can fix that glitch, that would be a huge thing, because like I said, I was on 0 hour. I probably could have got one of the under top 100, I think. I think I could have got like 90, 70, something like that, but I was stuck at 200, which is fine, because I like a good even number, a good like round, 200s just sounds good. It's good for me, okay? So there's that. Like I said, I wouldn't change how hard the game is, but I would change the length of the game mode. Initially, when I was looking at this game mode, I was thinking, you know what? Why don't we have like a week's worth of this game? Because it was like, oh, you got to get a lot of points. Maybe it's going to be a cool time for people to play it for a week. Just initially seeing that. And then when I get into it, I'm like, no. That does not need to be the case. What I think it should be, and let me go back here on SuperCard. What I think it should be is either a day or 2 days. I think it should be the length of the team events, to be honest. Because the idea of this game mode is that you want to play, get in the game as much as you possibly can, keep playing like crazy to get the top rank. That's the idea of this game. You don't want to sit here for 3 days and try and get the top rank, because honestly, it's very, very taxing. It's very, very nerve-wracking trying to go, okay, so if I leave now, I'm probably going to lose like 300 ranks when I go to bed. So I can't do that. And that's the kind of thing that people don't want. What it needs to be is like, I'd say 1 day to 1.5 days probably would be an okay, great time for me. I would do it like that. Then you just play. Devote 1 of your days to it, and you're good to go. You can get like that top ranking if you want to. That's what I would do. That's exactly how I would make it. 1 to 2 days max. And then I think you'd be at a good point here where I think 3 days is too much. Trying to come back and stay at that ranking. I think it just drains me mentally. I spent over 30 hours in this game mode, over 30 hours, and I can tell you, playing for 12 hours, I was about to take a fork and gouge it in my eye and take 2 sticks and gouge in my ears and then just give up on this game mode. But then I hit that cap and I was like, you know what? I got to take a break. And then I came back after getting past that cap and I felt good about it. But I think if you can go like 1 to 2 days max on this game mode, you'll be good. The other thing I would do is I would have its own credit system. So right now, as it stands, Last Man Standing has these in-game credits. Like I have 1664 credits. What I would actually do is have like its own game, like whether its own credit system, I should say. Like whether it's contracts here, where you get these Money in the Bank contracts, or whether it's like the Team Battleground or the where is it at? Team Battleground here, or the PvP credit system. So as you play Team Battleground, you can see here what you get in Team Battleground is you get these battle points, which you can use to spend on whatever you want in the Battle Point store. That's how I would do it. I would have a Last Man Standing store where you can get these credits that you can use to buy things in the game. Now, I don't know if I do Platinum packs or Platinum Plus packs with those credits, but what I think I would do is those playtimes. So when you get the reveals, you get the blocks, you get momentums, and the time to play where it goes up to an hour. I think that should be a thing where you can actually go in and you can go, okay, I want to buy some blocks because I have these battle points. And these battle points or contracts or CP or whatever you want to call them, LMS points, what I would do is I would make those unlocked after every arena. So those packs that you get after completing those arenas, I would give you some sort of credits there. Some PvP, some CP, some BP, some contracts, whatever you want to call it. Last Man Standing coins. I don't know what you want to call it. But I would after every pack, I would give you some of those so that you can use them to get reveals and blocks and momentums and time to play. That's what I would do. I know you can pick reveals and blocks off the board, but to my knowledge, I think it's very long. It's like 5 to 10 resets, so I didn't get a lot of them, which I understand what they're doing there. They want you to go in and play those other game modes while you're on that wait time. That's what I would do. Speaking of wait time, the big deal with the wait time is that it is to a point, I think it goes 5, then 10, then 15, then 30, then an hour. You have to wait overall. So if you lose a match, it goes 5. Then you lose another match, you go 10. You lose another match, it's 15 minutes. You lose another match, I think it's 30. And I think ultimately you had to lose the last match and it takes you to an hour wait time. Well, the big deal with that is that it doesn't let you play. If you're going to have a game mode that they want you to play, I think they should give you more options to get that play time down. Now, I'm not saying that the hour is not a good thing for them because they're getting people to play. You get to go play Money in the Bank for contracts. You get to play War. You get to play Wild Mode to get those reveals and blocks. I understand what they're doing there. But I think I would do something that's similar to the Fusion Chamber, okay? Now, just bear with me on this because I have a Fusion going right now. It's lasting for 1 day, 10 hours. What I would do here is do a system similar to this. Reduced by 5 minutes for 10 coins, reduced by an hour for 480, reduced by 1 for whatever, and then finish now. Obviously, you could have 100 to finish now and play like they have right there. So if you want to play the hour, it's 100. Reduced by 5 minutes, let's say 5 minutes reduced, 30 minutes reduced, 45 minutes reduced, and then play right now. That's what I would do. So you'd go like, I don't know, 10 credits, then 30, and then let's just do it based off of the time. Let's go 10 credits gives you 10 minutes off. 30 credits gives you 30 minutes off. 45 credits gives you 45 minutes off in an hour or something like that, right? Something to that effect, right? Where you can come back in, you can go, okay, so I want to reduce this time that I have to wait to play. Let's do that. But again, we're still using that own credit system. So it's the TBG, the PvP, and the Money in the Bank contract, similarity thing like that. So like you come back in with those points that you've earned and you can reduce it by a certain amount. So you don't always have to be spending money, but you do get in here and you get a time to reduce it. So it's like, okay, I have to wait an hour, but I can decrease it by half. So it's only a half an hour. So then I can come back a little bit sooner. That's the way I would do it because again, waiting a full hour and not wanting to spend any credits and just waiting an hour is really turning people off because the people that don't want to spend the credits for the hour are not the kind of people, I think, my opinion, that are going to want to play War, Money in the Bank, and Wild Mode to get those blocks and reveals. People are just not going to want to do that. They're going to go, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm going to set a timer. I'll come back when it's ready. And then you're really limiting the way people play this game mode, because it's really making it to the point where people are just not wanting to put the time in because, oh, well, I lost, so I'll come back for one game. Oh, I lost again. I played for like 5 minutes between games. Like I played for 5 minutes for 2 hours. You know, you play for 5 minutes, you lock the game, let's say 10 minutes, right? You go in for 10 minutes, you hit that wall, gotta wait an hour. You leave for an hour, you come back, play for 10 minutes, you gotta wait an hour, come back. That's the way it is. So it's like those people that aren't wanting to spend the money are not getting the full advantage of this game mode. They're just like, this game mode sucks, it's pay to win, I don't like it, it's really awful, it needs to be changed, delete the game mode, make it obsolete. But if you give this time where you can reduce it, let's reduce it by 10 minutes, let's reduce it by 30, let's reduce it by 45, and let's reduce it by an hour. I mean, there you go. You can do that. And the fact that when you get to different arenas, you would be able to get some more in-game credits, like those the LMS coins, I'll call them. Let's call them LMS coins from now on. So if you get those LMS coins through these packs on the arenas, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or however many you want to give them, because let's say it's 100, right? It's 100 of those LMS coins to play for an hour. Well, let's say you just got 50 from an arena. So there you go. You reduce it by half with 50 and you're good to go. Now you're ready to go. That's the way I do it. So I think those are some of the changes that I would do for Last Man Standing. Again, I think this card is super awesome, and I think it's one of the best cards in the entire game. So I don't think that I would really make the difficult any less. I wouldn't make it any less difficult. But what I would do is when you get to the board and you're actually picking the cards off of there, I would have some sort of strategy. There needs to be some sort of strategy instead of an RNG. A lot of people have compared this to Minesweeper, and they say, why can't this be like Minesweeper? Because with Minesweeper, you kind of have a good chance of guessing where the next obstacle is going to be. We'll call them bombs on Minesweeper, but obstacles in this game mode. You have a kind of a chance to figure out where the obstacle is going to be. But in this game mode, it's just a blind pick, and there's really no strategy here. So you don't really have a clue where it's going to be. I feel like they need to add some sort of Minesweeper-esque type thing to it, so where you can actually choose where that is. Like, okay, I know that there's a lot of obstacles over here, so maybe I want to go to the complete opposite side of the board, or maybe I want to stay near the obstacles, however you want to do it, but just give us some sort of chance to kind of guess where it's going to be, and kind of know, like, okay, so this is kind of where the obstacle is going to be. Not that it's super easy, but I kind of know where it's going to be. That's how I would do it. Anyway, like I said, let's run down what I think should be fixed. I don't think, I think the game mode should be hard, but I do think you should have some Minesweeper-esque type moves in there where you can kind of pick where the obstacles are going to be. I think the length of the game mode should be maximum 1 to 2 days. I'd go a day and a half, maybe one. And then that way you can play, get all your energy out one day, and then you can chillax for the rest of the days until the next event. That's kind of how I would do it. I would have its own credit system like Team Battleground, PvP, Money in the Bank contracts, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it LMS coins, where you come in, you can get those through the arena packs. So every arena you complete, you get that. And I guess milestone rewards as well will give you these LMS coins. That's how I would do it, so that, boom, I can get some of this stuff. Not saying it's going to give you a ton of coins, but it'll give you more than you had before. It'll give you enough to, maybe if you earn enough, you can play another match. That's kind of how I would do it. So there's that. And then I would say, like, you get to a certain point, you'll be able to buy reveals, blocks, momentums, and time to play with those coins, like I said. So you can get those blocks, you can get those reveals, you can get that time to play, you can get those momentums, all that you want. Multipliers, I think I'm saying, not momentums, multiplier. I guess it's kind of momentum, but multiplier, where you can get that times 2. That's how I would do it. Also, like I said, I don't think the wait time should be an hour long, but if it is an hour long, I think what you need to do here is you need to add that fusion-like system in there where you can have the time go down by increments. So let's say you're waiting an hour. Well, I could buy some to take 5 minutes off the timer, or half time, or 45 minutes, or take all of it off, just depending on how many of those coins you want to spend. I think if you implement these little bit of changes to Last Man Standing mode, that it would be overall like one of just the best game modes in the entire game. I think that it would really make people like not turned off from it. Then they give people that aren't big spenders in the game more incentive to actually play this, because I think that's what's turning it off, is the free players that don't want to spend any money are like, there's no way I can get to the top. There's no point even playing it. It's so stupid. I'm just going to skip Last Man Standing. That's what I see. but maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Let me know if these changes are good, bad, or ugly. If you think last minute standing should be deleted from existence altogether, let me know. And anything else you got for suggestions, write in the comment section below. As always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy, and we'll see you in another video.